What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We're going to be seeing this matchup again later at Fanboy 3 as we just happen to see it that way out. This one though, the cream of the crop, playing this one, Chef Jamboree, qualified for EU Nats this year, and you know, Mr. Two-Time, the big time, double tap GG owner Saf on the Royal Knights. So pretty slow opener with no rookie for Jambo, but I mean the boost option makes it really, really good. Obviously gonna still be going for the one choke to try and limit the number of kind of like actions that he can actually take, even with the boost, or force him to actually crack these resources, which is pretty heads up from Saf. And we are gonna have the Palmon crack the boost, and we're gonna go with double tamer. So we end up replacing two boosts basically for a tamer. And so I'm just picking them up and reading them, which is how you know that he's trying to really beat Jambo for real, for real. The full tree up and the Dynast loaded, so we can still make a zero cost Magnamon and gain the memory back. Then we're gonna go for Purge to choke to 1. Still no memory setter here, no tie in sight. Omni X loaded and a Palmon out. Gonna turn it into a Bergermon, then with the tamer is gonna turn into a Zudo. So we will be bouncing the Magna, which means we get to draw 1 and we get to float into the Omeka. So we still get a blocker to try and play here. Going to play the Bergermon with a reduced cost. Bergermon then going to turn into Lilymon, and then Lilymon does spin the body. Then we get to go in with Alliance 2 checks for the attack, and we do survive thanks to the DP being enough to crash over the body in security. Still able to punch straight through though. Omni X is that guy, and the option comes down just a little too late. Veemon in the back, Veemon in the front. Does get the pickup of Adventure and a Tamer. And did we commit another Tamer? We've still got yellow, purple, blue, green. So that's 4 colors already just off of 2 Tamers. It's got to be like near optimal, right? Veemon and the Lilymon, and as the Royal Knights return to the Clown car, we're just going to take a look at the protection option. Like, we've got boost and float. Those are basically how the two of them work. And so we're going to put the Jesmon down. Jesmon play Atho Rene Poor. So we do get the clear actually on the Lilymon, which is pretty big. Choosing not to float, and we are going to see the Omeka just to come down. Up to 3 as we push out a Raising. And once again, Bergermon immediately into Metal Greymon. So we get to get a D-Digivolve, but you know, it is Knights. And I think we're just checking to see if there's anything he needs to be specifically worried about in this situation. If he's going to blast the Evo. Whew. Is that a full money spread of Magnamons? We're just going to let this check go through. Down comes Garuru. Garuru add back the Lilymon so we can try and play for the next stack. Omeka in, does live. Could probably send out the trio. Or he can just try and play defensively. If he goes Lord Knight, play Omeka, that still gets a lot of value. You are still on 2 securities. You're not quite on Omni. Although actually the Omeka got spun, so he's not actually like he has one in trash. Which is pretty important. Yeah, gonna have the Lord Knight come down, gonna gain a memory. Okay, no, we do still have an Omeka in trash, but looking at maybe going into the Gotsu, so that way when you try and punch over the Metal Greymon, you can't get like completely ShamWild. Yeah, this is really clean. Medieval Gallantmon with the suspension, and then the option card prevents anything crazy from happening. Like, the option card doesn't work in this situation. Does go to crack it, but that's why we played the Gotsumon, to try and stop it. Still just going to be able to play reduce cost, suspend, and then effect resolution. Wow, gets to spin both because of the number of tamers we have. Whoa, that was Okay. So that medieval Gallantmon got absolutely cooked. Damn, this deck's confusing. I think the backwards cards, I just see some backwards cards in there. I'm assuming that is the secret tie. Yeah, we're gonna swing in. Does Bad Boy have Rush? Yeah, so there's gonna be that has to be secret tie. Is week 1. And I know a lot of the case kind of got opened really early. So we're going to just let the swing go in. So that's going to be an Omeka that gets to load up Alpha. And then are we trying to play for Omnimon here? We are indeed. So that's going to be Omni burning down the forest. And we're going to get everything out. So we're going to just go into game 2. Whilst we're getting shuffled up for game number 2, I want to say a big old thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. At the top, we got the Mega, Justice, Josh, and Ultimate Hero on YouTube, Tier 3 on Twitch. Then for our Ultimates, the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the Sticks, 3 Strike Cool, Brad, and King of Knights. And then I want to say a thank you to our Digi-Eggs. We got some new ones coming in, like Ashley Wack, but also the first Digi-Egg, Jambo TCG, over on the left. Then for our champion, Shini Carry, Coffee Day, SDHM, Solar Ouroboros, Andy Fink, Squid Eater, Benji Giver, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, The Mata FGC, Donkey, All Force Magnet, Kava, and Kragan Security. Security set. And Digital Gate open. We're going to be starting off with the Royal Knights going first this time. And are we going to open up with Purge turn 1? This is a really rough opening hand. So we're going to Purge and put the Omekamon early under. Activate boost, and Jambo pretty happy to just not play a rookie. I mean, he also may not have had a choice looking at it. Dynasmon, pick up on the Lord Knight. And we're going to take the second Purge, because let's be real, Purge is kind of foolish. I'm going to put down the memory setter here, so I think, yeah, we might actually be missing a rookie here. This is the amount of speed that now you are definitely playing a little too slow. Just X. Do you get a rookie this time? Yes, we are going to actually commit the rookie. And then Togemon down, and then the Zudo to strip and bounce. It's crazy that this card is basically Zudo Ace. Get to give it Rush is going to die on the check. And then we're going to put the boost down. I do wonder if the check was worth it. I mean, obviously, realistically, Royal Knights are going to try and Swiss Army the board, so every chip that you get helps if you can kind of try and play for it. Omni X loaded up in the Clown Car. 4 names now, and another Jesmon, of course, because it was bounced back to hand. So now we have 2 tokens, which threaten 2 damage unprompted. Make that 3 damage next turn. Can't play Digimon by effects, but the Tamers don't play by effect. They play by reduced cost. I'm going to go Bergermon into Lilymon. Does get to spin the Gotsu, crack the boost, and then commit another one. Check and pick up the Bio. And then we're going to swing the Lilymon. Once again, gets the hit. And we get to add back the Zudo, crack the boost. Biomon gets to keep turn just barely, and then we're going to go into the Bergermon. Bergermon into Zudo. Zudo strip and bounce the Jesmon once again. So, does get to loop some bodies, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's make, you know, Atho, Rene, and Poor basically all as individual tokens. Gonna get to purge out the Omni X here, and then we're gonna get to purge out the Dynasmon, and then we get to purge out the Alphamon. And that is going to be enough to take the game. That is crazy. That as much as he got to answer the Jesmon, all it did was turn into delayed damage. If you did like what you saw and you do want to see more, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I know these guys are going to be playing some more games, so we'll get you a bonus game.
Matrix Digivolution.
Yeah, today's sponsor is me. I appreciate everyone supporting me as they have, and there are plenty of other ways to support the memberships. Twitch Prime and all of that are great ways to do so, and just making sure that in addition to slapping like down and making sure you are subscribed, there are plenty of other things that I do that I really love doing and take a lot of work, and appreciate if you guys also gave them a shout and gave us some honest feedback on them, because the only way we can make them better is if people tell us what they like and dislike. But yeah, that's it for today's sponsor. Appreciate you if you didn't skip it. Back to the video. I say a thank you to our rookies, Greatness Being Balfi, Bonsai Beard, Turtle Sovereign, and Samuel Lawson. Looks like we're going to get potentially a full best of 5 out of these two. So what we might do is we'll do a bonus game, and then I've got some exhibition matches coming up from the Digimon and Medusamon that people were looking forward to. And I'll try and get some more of these games out later as well. We'll see. The best of 5s, though, are always fun. I was not paying attention to the reroll, but it looks like it is Jamboree going first. And that's going to be Veemon, and then we got Mimi Joe. 3 memory passed over. You can get a nice easy Magnamon here. It's not super proactive, but it would be an extra draw. Instead, he's going to choose to prioritize getting a name loaded for the reduction. And we're going to get the boost down. It does get the pickup on the Tamer. And then we're going to just commit the Tamer to pass the turn. So now we get the Magnamon and the Cool Boy. Choke to 1. And the Adventure Tamers require you to actually have an Adventure guy on board, I believe. So not like modern 3-cost Tamers where they're like, if your opponent is playing the game. These ones require you to actually be playing, you know, have something that's stuck on board. Down comes Ganku. Gonna be enough to just choke to 2. And now we're gonna go to 4 actually as we push up. This is definitely threatening an ace. Gonna see the Mega Covered Terriermon come down. The next Tamer, and then Burgemon plus Lilymon. Manages to clear both, man. These green cards go crazy. Hitting Lost Guardian is kind of doo-doo. But dang. He's nice with it. I think they're level 5 as well, so they don't get cleared by Dynas in this situation. I'd be slightly worried about Gallantmon. I don't think we have enough cards in trash though, because when Jambo's been removing them, he's not been deleting them. In most instances, he's spinning them or bouncing them back to hand. Generally spinning them though, so he's been keeping the trash kind of empty, which is clean. This is why they grind these matchups. This is why, I mean, Jambo's not even like, he doesn't even need to go hard like this. He's just playing for the love of the game. Yeah, the reason I'll probably be doing this is just the best of 3 is because I'm aware that we do have this exact matchup coming out. You get to see different players trying to make the same moves happening, different lists most likely. The list will actually be in this video because I got the list from the players, although you already knew that. You've probably seen them already. Magnamon and the Gotsu to pass turn. I don't hate that. Gonna swing in. Kind of surprised he didn't try and block. I guess he's hoping that these actually make it back to him. They will not. So, bot deck, we get to draw, and then we get to, well, attempt to float, but the Gotsu is right there. So the Gotsu actually turns off his own stuff. So, kind of unfortunate that we didn't get to get as much value here. So now we get to go in for Alliance for the 2 checks, and then ends up choking over to 1. So, pretty rough spot to be in. And he has to... Well, that works. You gain back 2. Bot deck, gain back memory, and then attempt to swing over unsuspended. But you don't have anything to get rid of it. It does have blocker, but the second swing will come through. So I'll try and see if I can stitch together some exhibition games later, but just getting to show you kind of like a 2-1 finish there. As Jambo and Saf are going to get to show you how the matchup is supposed to be played at that kind of top level. Get to see a little bit more of the matchup in the hands of some other players in a little bit. But if you did enjoy the bonus games, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the like button whilst you're down there. Maybe drop us a comment on what you're interested most about adventure. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.